Attention, leave the building immediately. Attention, leave the building immediately.
I started without you, and I'm sorry. I'm not sure where the last video completely left off, so if I recover some things, forgive me. Good morning. And yes, for a change, it's actually morning. Hi, we're Bruce
and Cheryl
We moved from California to get away from the hustle
and bustle
of a fast-paced lifestyle
and a not-so-perfect political climate
to enjoy a slower speed
better values
and a rich Christian atmosphere. Join us as we discover our new environment, rebuild our new-to-us home on 2.5 acres,
and enjoy the scenic southern landscape of central western Georgia.
So I've mentioned this all to you before, but I just want to reiterate that what you're watching right now is way behind, and it's primarily because I don't have enough time to edit videos together and get them out there as soon as they're done. And so this footage is over a year old, and I'm sorry, but I'm going to try to create something that brings everything closer to the current timeline. I'm working on it. We'll get there, but we're not there yet. Good morning. So, for the expediency of time, because I had certain things that I needed to get done, I started without you, and I'm sorry. But I had to get some housekeeping things out of the way. And I'm not sure where the last video completely left off, so if I recover some things, forgive me. Let me turn the camera around and show you where we're at today. Today is Monday. So, as of yesterday, Saturday. As of the last video, I did some plumbing stuff. So, this valve is now connected, and as of today, is pressurized. So everything has been pressurized and has been working, and everything here is basically connected with the exception of the drain off of the tub underneath. I still have to finish that. There's actually one of the parts right there. I have to increase the 1.5-inch line to 2-inch and then go into the 2-inch and put the P-trap and all that in there. And I do need to put the cover back on the valve that you see, that green thing right there. And I do need to finish this vent line here. That would be a good thing. That would get basically this bathroom done if I get the vent line up and through the roof, but I don't have roof jacks yet. So some of the housekeeping, as you see, the refrigerator is now moved, and I went ahead and hooked up the water line to the refrigerator and turned it on. And I cleaned up inside of the freezer portion, right down in here. And I already had some ice sitting in the tray. We're going to see what happens with making ice. So that's basically done for right now. And then back into here. So we're plumbed up there. We're plumbed down there. We're plumbed up there, and this is all plumbed. I'm not sure if I went into this with you guys yesterday, or not yesterday again, I'm sorry, last video. I'm pretty sure it was Saturday when I was connecting all of these water lines, finishing off, well, not these ones, because these had already been done, but I was connecting up that last part up there. And I turned on the water to pressurize everything, and you were with me in that. I'm sure I've edited some of that video because some things went haywire. I looked at this valve and I said, well, I don't know whether or not the valve is on or not. So I don't know if the water is stopping at this point and going past into the transfer valve so that we can truly test all these fittings. So I went ahead and I unscrewed this. And boy, it was tough to unscrew. Tougher than I thought it should have been. And it wasn't more than about 5 twists. And boom, that thing came off. This thing came off. And water started pouring out of this valve, or the valve body. I had to run outside real quick, shut off the water, then come back in and vacuum out the water that was in here. And that's where I put the camera down and I ran to do all that stuff to get that water out of here real quick. All of that to discover, I assumed that the valve body and the valve and the transfer body and transfer valve were all one and the same. And that's what I was purchasing. It turns out that I was only purchasing the transfer valve and the valve body combination. I still need to buy the valve, the M-core valve that goes in there. So when I open that up, I just exposed the cavity that the valve goes into. That was pressurized by water because I turned everything on. And it was not a fun discovery. I used some expletives in all of that I shouldn't have. I am human. Some of you have seen some of my earlier videos. In fact, one that I'm getting ready to produce right now that will come out, and this is obviously, you know, a time conundrum, because what you're seeing in the videos I'm releasing today are a few months old. Because I've said that before, and if you're new to the channel, welcome. We're an older California transplant to Georgia, bought a double-wide mobile home on a 2.5 acre piece of property. It turns out that the double-wide mobile home was garbage. And the people who owned it before had put trusses over top of it. And what you're seeing in the background behind me, the trusses that you're seeing are the trusses that they put on top of the trailer. And when we first came in here, the old trailer roof was still in place above my head, and I removed all of that. So in the process of all of that, we've gutted the whole thing and started over, rebuilding everything. So all the walls, with the exception of the outside wall there and the outside wall there, they are original walls, but new bottom plates and a beam above the top plate to carry the load of the trusses. And it's all new flooring, subfloor, new jack points underneath, re-leveled. It's completely new place. I turned a double-wide mobile home into an actual house, or I am in the process of doing so. I originally started putting together the videos for my own purposes. I was just documenting stuff so that I'd be able to look back and go, oh, that's there and that's this, and oh, look, this is what I had to deal with there and this is what I had to deal with there. Later on, I decided, you know what, why don't we start a YouTube channel like we watch some other people. We've been following some people for a couple of years now that are basically doing the same thing that we are now doing, but I never intended to do that when I started shooting the video. And then, of course, I started editing the video and putting it out, and so I'm several months behind. So you're now watching this, and the reality is I'm in the future, if that makes sense. I think I said in a previous video, when I was doing contracting in California, I could have easily been charging people a lot more than I was, but I didn't think it was fair. I don't think that people should have to pay ridiculous amounts of money for my knowledge and ability, when it's my responsibility as a human to share the knowledge that God gave me with others. So needless to say, we don't have a ton of money, and so $1,000, if I had known that I was going to be spending that kind of money to finish the shower on just the valve assembly, I would not have chosen this particular one. I chose it because I thought I was getting a really good bargain for something that I wanted. The ability to have an overhead rain head, a regular shower valve, and a wand that's removable without breaking the bank. It turns out I'm going to be breaking the bank, so to speak. Nonetheless, that rant done, here we are today, and this is what I'm dealing with. So I'm kind of picking up the pieces from there, understanding some realities about it, and hoping that I'm able to find a good valve body that will match what I'm looking to do in our bathroom. At least the one for the hall bathroom, that'll be a simple one I can get off the shelf at Home Depot. I'm just not sure where I'm going to find the escutcheon and handles for this particular valve. I don't know where I'm going to have to shop at. I do not want to shop at one particular place because I know their prices are much higher than other places, and I really, at this point, need a value. Anyway, so what I'm working on today, pickup framing. I think I mentioned this the other day. I still have some pickup framing to do in the office room, which I'm going to turn around here and walk in backwards, and you're going to see. In this room here, I still have pickup framing to do on this wall behind me, over the closet, a little bit obviously over the bathroom wall here, and then I still have to build the ceiling over the bathroom. And then I also have, if I go into this other room, and you look behind me here, I have pickup framing over the closet in here, plus I have to do that corner thing for the flower arrangement, or whatever you want to call it, the dust catcher on top of the closet right there. I need to finish that off. So I basically need to pick up all the leftover framing issues that need to be done in these two rooms plus the bathroom, and then I'll move forward. But I did, and some of this was captured on video and you probably saw it, I did set electrical boxes behind me and did some work on the layout of the kitchen. And we also discovered in the kitchen, when doing the layout, that I am going to have to change some of the cabinet plans that I had, because I actually have a little more room than I thought I had. And I don't know if I shifted a wall wrong somewhere, or if I moved my sliding door, which was originally going to be a French door, if I moved it when I was laying out the framing, I don't know. I'm going to leave the refrigerator where I've got it planned. It's a little farther. Let me show you here. As you can see, it's passing where the doorway is, right? I need to shift it over this way a little bit. But this is about the location where it's going to be at. And so I just need to re-establish what my plans are for these cabinets right down here, because I got room for one more. We may wind up putting a garbage can built in, so it's got a slide out garbage can that'll save us from having to have one on the freestanding on the floor, we were okay with that, but it'd be nice to have it pushed away into a cabinet. I just didn't want to give up cabinet space for a garbage can when there was other things that we needed cabinet space for. This is not a big house. This is not a massive house. I think the total footprint is somewhere around 1,400 square feet. It's a little less than that, actually, in reality. And if we went based on the footprint of just the mobile home, the double wide mobile home, we'd really only be about 12, maybe 1,250. But I'm adding a laundry room into the garage portion. And, you know, I've tied now the garage and the mobile home into literally one dwelling space. So anyway, so what I'm going to be working on today is doing that pickup framing and trying to get all of the 2 bedrooms and bathroom completed framing wise. And then I'm going to jump on this wall that will separate our bedroom from the living space. Once I get that done, then I can build the back wall, or maybe even just build the whole wall of our closet. And once that closet wall is in, it gives me a place to set my other panel, my interior panel, sub panel for electric. Then I can start pulling wire. And once all the wire is pulled for the space inside, then I can call for inspection and then get the okay to insulate and start hanging drywall, which is an exciting phase, but it still doesn't mean we're going to be moving in anytime soon. There's still a lot more to go. Anyway, I'll pick you right back up here in a second. All right. I'm telling you, I would have been so much better off all new construction, because some of this old wood, I don't know how old these trusses are, but they could be as much as 20 years old, according to the son of the guy who helped build all this alleged improvements. Wardrobe can go in the wardrobe. All right, so another thing I need to do, and I might as well set up for that right now before putting that top plate up. I need this in the other room to pull it down. All right. Each corner gets a screw. Can anybody tell me what it is I'm about to do? If you can figure it out, put it in the comment section below and tell me, what am I doing? Be interesting to see what people come up with. I'm not going to say anything in the video. We'll see what you come up with in the comment section. If you're willing to comment. Guys, if you're watching this, I so appreciate your watching, your views. I even appreciate your comments. 130. And I will respond. Some of you already know that because you've commented and I've responded. Even in your own languages, in fact. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and smash that notification bell if you're interested in getting notifications when the next videos come out. All right. And we're going to let it go right here because I need to go eat something. I need to take off this long sleeve because it's a little long. It's a little warm. So good morning. I know it's later in the morning and y'all missed a whole day. Yesterday I didn't do much filming, if any. But later in the day, my son showed up. And as you can see, we got the rest of the shear panel up. Well, with the exception of that those couple little pieces up there, little triangles up there, which I can do myself. And then I insulated the back wall and then just stuck the shower walls up in place. But anyway, so this morning, I basically decided to start working on these interior walls here. So there's 2 stacks right there in the lens view. Well, 3 stacks now because the stupid thing keeps moving. But these 2, the one to the left and the one to the right, are the walls for the closet, at least the front wall and the back wall of the closet. The side wall of the closet I haven't laid out yet. I jumped on putting in this wall. So we're that far into it. The next one that goes up, the next stud that goes up is the door opening. So I'm getting ready to put the jack stud onto the king stud and get ready to install those. And then we'll continue on down till we made up to this side over here. And then once that's done, then the closet walls start going in. Because once I get that back wall of the closet in, then I can set the electrical panel and start roping wire. But I got more boxes and stuff to set, so I'm not trying to put the cart before the horse. I'm just trying to move forward. So as usual, my apologies for not filming when we were in the process of doing, but still trying to get a camera person interested in being a camera person. It's just difficult getting interest in any area there. So let me take you out here and show you how it looks on the outside. And mind you, I still have to tape the seams and of course get that upper triangle done as well with a peak. It's a thing of beauty having this thing sheared off. May not look like much, but these are milestones for us. So I'm going to continue working on this and see how far we get. I know most people like jerky. Not everybody, but most people do. I found that the brand of jerky that I like the best is Old Trapper. I did go to Home Depot too yesterday, which was part of why I didn't record, because I was gone for a good portion of the morning. I made the, no, I'm not going to call it typical, but I made a boo-boo that I had made before, but not this far in. I left here without my license, which means I had no credit cards or nothing. Got all the way to Home Depot, loaded up 20 10-foot 2x4s and 30 8-foot 2x4s. Got my new box of nails and a box of screws, a bag of Old Trapper. Get up to the cash register. She rings it all up. I use my perks. Reach to get my card, and I don't have it. They went to look it up by my Social Security number, but it kept rejecting that. They said the system was down. Wait for the system to come up. So I waited a while for the system to come up, and it didn't. So then I wound up having to drive all the way back home, get my license, and head all the way back. And so I didn't film any of that. So that's why that didn't happen. And then after I did get back and started doing a little bit of organizing and pickup framing, because I was working on the ceiling in the bathroom, my son showed up. It was that late in the day already. And then we jumped on doing the siding, so. See if you can guess what I failed to get at Home Depot yesterday. We got my 10-foot 2x4s, my 8-foot 2x4s. No 2x6s. Headers.
So you don't have any 2x6s? No.
And I need a header here. And I need a header for the closet.
Isn't that a 2x6? No, that's not a 2x6. That's a 6, but it's a 4x6.
Oh, yeah, no.
It's the one that you use for the lifting.
I mean, I could use a 4x6 and throw a piece of 1/2 inch on the one side of it.
But it's kind of a waste of
A beam. Yeah, and it's pressure treated. It's really, what I'm going to use those pieces for is out on the front porch for my legs down to my columns. So it's the age-old story, right? I go to Home Depot and I get parts and I come home and I go, oh, I still need.
Well, you're supposed to look at your list.
I made a list. I forgot to add those to the list. I wasn't thinking about it because we had talked the other day about, oh, we're not going to need any more 2x6 for a while until we do this wall here or when we do these walls here. It didn't dawn on me when I started doing the takeoff on this wall that I needed.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess the problem is I got too many irons in the fire all the time. Good morning. And yes, for a change, it's actually morning. So we got a few things done yesterday. I was having some difficulty with my camera stuff yesterday, power thing. I hope we got enough of the video, but let me show you where we're at, guys. So we got our separator wall from the bedroom, master bedroom and bath to the rest of the house built, with the exception of the headers, because I didn't have any more 2x6. So we went after Bible study last night, went to Home Depot and got a couple of 2x6s so I can make those headers. We got the wall in, the front wall anyway, for the closet. And again, I need to put my header in so I can put my other two studs in. And then that wall will be complete. And I've got the pieces already cut out and ready for the back wall. They're standing up right there. So that's already laid out and ready to assemble. And then the only thing left that I've got to build is this side wall here that goes in front of that vent. And basically we'll have a closet in. Oh, I also have to put in, I've got all the pieces cut for it, but I got to put in the intersection wall. But I didn't put that in yet. You can see that right there, that intersection point is right there. And it's right next to this, it's right against the door frame. And the reason I didn't do that is because, I think I said that in the video, I got to put that header on, and I want to be able to shoot the nails from the king stud into the header. So I can get that done today. We'll build the headers, and we'll get them both installed because there's a spot ready for both of them. Now, when I permanently install these lights in the garage, I won't have these chains on there. They'll just be turned on, and I'll have a switch for the outlet that they're plugged into. So this, again, is quite the ceiling in a closet. I have a choice. I can either build my lid by setting it on top of here and running across, or I can do what I did in the bathroom and set a 2x4 across the face of this and then block across and make this the whole platform top. Anyway, so there's not a lot of space here. This is only like 10 and a quarter inches on the high side, on the long end. 10 and a half, I guess, if I'm straight up and down, 10 and a half, which doesn't give a whole lot of space here. But as you move across here, this winds up being more like 20 inches, maybe 21 inches, right? So I can drywall this lid here. I love all these cobwebs. I can drywall this lid and then put a deck up here and then make an opening in the wall up here and have a little cubby space up inside of here for storage. Just to utilize as much extra space as I can for storage. But I'm probably going to do a little setback on that wall. So where that intersects, which you can see on this right here, where it intersects, I'm beyond the peak. So if I come back to just past the peak on this side, and that's where I build my little pony wall across here, that leaves me a ledge across the front there, which is a good, like I said, it's 20 inches tall. That's a nice place for her to set knickknacks, because my wife loves knickknacks, and for a plant shelf, because she also loves plants. And any places that she can put plants up high that'll grow down, she loves that. All right, guys. So I want to apologize, first of all, because I haven't been diligent about videoing, and having so many irons in the fire all the time, it just makes it really difficult to cover all the bases, and one of them being filming. Today is Monday, October 30th, and we've actually come full circle in a sense that it's actually been 13 months since we moved here. And it seems like, wow, we haven't really accomplished a lot. But then again, we've accomplished quite a bit. I mean, with all that we had to do in order to make this trailer vanish and a home up here, took some work. So as you can see behind me, I got the closet in and the panels set in the closet. And I'm decking the top up here because I'm gonna do like a ledge up top there for her to plant, just like I'm doing in the closets in the spare bedrooms with a little corner plant shelf. This one gets a ledge all the way across. As you can see, I got the room for it behind me. And then beyond that, there'll be a little storage space behind it on top of the closet. Today was a good day. Anyway, tomorrow morning, we'll go inside and I'll start continuing on the pickup work and probably start roping some electrical. Till then. Here it goes. It's beginning. And it's not even dark yet. Two of the girls came looking for the pirate from last year.
Oh, really? Oh.
Said, is he here this year? I said, this year he's a cowboy.
Happy Halloween.
Oh, it's you.
We just want